How's it going, everybody? And welcome to what is the final episode of the Statistically the Best series. So far, we have done all of the main characters, all of the side characters, all of the main rivals, all of the female protagonists, and all of the main villains. I think that's everyone we've done so far. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of those characters and smush them all together into a list, along with a couple extra characters that haven't been in any of these episodes so far, so that we get a list of 60 characters, 10 from each series. We're going to find out who statistically overall had the best win percentage, the best duel score, and then finally we're going to find out of all of these series, which series produced the highest quality duelists in terms of statistically, I guess. We're going to rank the Yu-Gi-Oh series in order of how good their characters were. Now, of course, I'm only using 10 characters from each series. I imagine if we used all of them, we'd probably get some different results. This is just the sampling size, and I feel like I've hit the majority of the main characters. So if you think there's anybody that I missed out that was a really big deal in their respective series, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But other than that, I think we should get started with, statistically, out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh series, who had the best win percentage? So the way this is going to work is, I have this list of every single one of the characters. They're all in order. Some characters have the same win percentage and some characters have the same duel score. So I'm just going to put them in the exact same positions. So we might have a couple characters in the same one. So out of 60 potential characters, this part for the win percentage is only out of 39. And for a bit of fun as well, we're also going to be separating them into tiers. So the worst ones are going to be in F tier and the best ones are going to be in SS tier, because otherwise there's going to be G tier at the bottom, and I thought SS sounded better than having a G tier at the bottom. I understand why it works, but we're just going to get started. 39th place, aka last place, we have 3 characters, which are Rex Goodwin, The Professor, and Tori Meadows. Each one of these has a 0% win record. They deserve the bottom of the list. It's very, very bad. Next up, in 38th place, we have Emma Bisho, and she had a 20% win ratio, which is not very good for a main character, really, is it? In 37th, we have Vector with a 22.22%. In 36th, we have Bruno with a 33.33%. And we have Don Thousand with a 33.33%. So that means that all of these characters, in terms of their win percentage, are in F tier. We'll get to why the tiers are important later, but let's move on now to E tier. And in 35th place, we have 2 characters. We have Weevil Underwood and The Darkness, both with a 37.5% win ratio. As some people said, The Darkness from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, he has the potential to have like an unlimited amount of wins, or it's quite close to it, because apparently he dueled the entire world in this kind of dreamscape world. So it could be classed that he beat everyone in the world apart from Jaden. Very vague, and they're not very specific on the numbers. So I don't want to start assuming, so we're just going to leave him at 37.5%. If you want to put him above like the 100% mark, well, he's not 100% mark actually, but it's confusing with The Darkness. I'm happy with leaving him here. 34th, we have number 96 with a 38.83% win ratio. In 33rd, we have Bowman with 40%. We also have Dextra with 40%. We also have Blair with 40%. In 32nd place, we have Sawatari with a 47.06%. In 31st place, we have Brave Max, Zone, Aporia, Marek Ishtar, Aoi, Joey Wheeler, and Revolver. All of these characters have a 50% win ratio, which is, yeah, that's insane. So many characters in the same position. But what is weird about this is, I like the fact that Joey and Marek are both in the same category, because that kind of makes sense. However, the fact that Zone, Aporia, Marek, Aoi, Joey, and Revolver, these huge characters, are in the same one as Brave Max. Oh dear. Yeah, 50% win ratio. That was that, and that is all of the E tier win percentage characters. Some people are going to be saying that Joey Wheeler isn't an E tier character, nor is Zane. I'm not saying that. This is just their win percentage results. Their results are awful, not their dueling skills. Keep that in mind. Next, in D tier and in 30th place, we have Bakura with a 53.85%. Bakura is, of course, Zork Necrophades as well, so it's more Yami Bakura and Zork Necrophades together. In 29th place, we have My Valentine with a 56.25%. In 28th place is Pegasus with a 57.14%. A lot of Duel Monsters characters in this bracket. In 27th is Gongen Zaka with a 60%. And in 26th place, our first main character and the lowest one is Yuma Tsukumo with a 61.18%. And that is all of them. Next up in C tier, in 25th place, is Spectre with a 63.64%. In 24th is Cyrus Truesdale with a 64.29%. In 23rd place, we have Sartorius, Ashizu Ishtar, Quattro, Luna, and Akiza, all with a 66.67% win ratio. Yeah, okay, that's kind of cool. A lot of people in 23rd position. In 22nd place is Seto Kaiba, Reggie Akaba, Yuzu Hiragi, and Soulburner. All of these characters have a 75% win ratio. I think that's a really good score. I think 75% is like the cutoff for all the greatest characters have over 75%. Not to take anything away from anyone below, but 75% is a great position. And in 21st place is Kalin Kessler with a 78.57%, squeaking up into that top tier bracket there. But that was everybody in C tier. Right, next up in B, we have in 20th place, Bronx Stone with a 79.41%. I decided to use his actual statistics instead of the ones that I wanted to use. I can't believe Bronx is so high up. In 19th place is I with an 80% win ratio. In 18th place is Shark with an 80.65% win ratio. In 17th is Jesse Anderson with an 81.82% win ratio. I think we discovered that Jesse is actually better than Cyrus Truesdale throughout his series, so he would have made a better best friend character in that video, but it's a shame. In 16th place is Crow Hogan with an 82.91% win ratio. Crow was the best character in terms of the best friends, I think, so top of B tier, I think is pretty good. Next, for A tier, in 15th place, our next main character is Yugimoto, or Yami Yugi, with an 84.44% win ratio. So Yugi at the start of the A tiers, it makes sense. In 14th is Chaz Princeton with an 85.88%. In 13th place is my boy Zane Truesdale with an 86.22% win ratio. In 12th place is Selena with an 86.67%. In 11th place is Alexis with an 86.96%. So that was A tier. Yeah, pretty good characters in that one. So then for the top 10 characters in terms of statistically, the best win percentage out of all of the Yu-Gi-Oh series. In 10th we have one of the main characters, Yusaku Fujiki with an 89.66%, the only one in the top 10 not to break into the 90%. 9th place is Kite Tenjo with a 90.48% win ratio. In 8th place is Yugioh with a 90.91% win ratio. 7th place is Yuya Sakaki with a 91.49%, that's another main character right there. And in 6th place, to round off the S tier characters in the win percentage, is Jaden Yuki with a 91.95% win ratio. So that was S tier. Let's move on to the double S tier, the highest tier, the top 5 characters, shall we? In 5th place, we have Zark with a 93.75% win ratio. In 4th, we have Yuri with a 94.12% win ratio. In 3rd place, we have Jack Atlas with a 96.09% win ratio. In 2nd place with the silver is Yusei Fudo with a 98.04% win ratio. And finally, in 1st place, we have 3 characters all with a perfect 100% win ratio. We have Lightning, Yubel, and Taya Gardner. Yeah, so these 3 characters are statistically the only characters that I've found in the Yu-Gi-Oh series. There probably is more, but the only ones that made it into the list today that have a 100% win ratio. The win percentage, what I think is fair, characters like Yubel, who did have a lot of duels and they just never lost, definitely deserve a high spot, whereas someone like Taya Gardner had very few duels, but out of those few duels, she just won them all and then just stopped dueling after that. It's a shame to give these characters so high, but there is a way to punish these characters, and that comes in the duel score. So while Taya Gardner had a 100% win ratio, how is her actual dueling scores? So let's move on now to the statistically the best duel scores out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh series. Here we go. Quickly, just before we start, you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and -1 for a loss. This one is out of 40, but again, we are starting with the F tier at the very bottom. In 40th place is Rex with a -2. In 39th is Vector and Emma with a -1. In 38th is the Professor with a 0. So these 4 characters are the worst of the worst, unfortunately. They did awful. In 37th place is Bruno and Don Thousand with 1 point. In 36th place is Zone, Brave Max, and number 96 with 2 points. So that was F tier. Let's move on next to E tier. In E tier, we have in 35th place, Dextra and Blair Flanagan with 3 points. In 34th, we have Bowman, Darkness, Weevil, and Tory Meadows with 4 points. The Darkness in the same category as Tory Meadows. Oh my god. In 33rd place, with 5 points, is Ashizu Ishtar. In 32nd is Luna with 6 points. In 31st is both Lightning and Marek Ishtar with 7 points. So that is E tier in terms of the duel score. Moving on next to D tier, we have in 30th place the legend himself, Pegasus with 9 points, along with Taya Gardner with also 9 points. In 29th, we have Sartorius and Aporia and Aoi with 10 points. 28th place, we have Yubel with 12 points. So it's a shame, Yubel, perfect score, not that many duels in compared to a lot of people, so she's in 28th. In 27th, we have Quattro, Bakura and Zork together, and Akiza Izaniski, all with 15 points. And in 26th, to round off the D tier, is Spectre with 17 points. So then, moving on now to the C tiers, with 25th place is Revolver with 18 points. In 24th is My Valentine with 20 points. In 23rd is Declan Akaba with 21 points. In 22nd place is Cyrus Truesdale, Gongen Zaka, all with 22 points. In 21st is Soulburner and Yuzu Hiragi, both with 24 points. Next, in B tier, in 20th place, is Jesse Anderson with 26 points. In 29th place, we have Joey Wheeler, Yugioh, and Zark, all with 29 points. In 18th place, we have, with 30 points, Kalin Kessler. In 17th, we have Sawatari with 35 points. And in 16th, to round this off, is Selena with 37 points. So then in A tier, in 15th place, we have Yuri with 49 points. In 14th, we have Crow Hogan with 54 points. In 13th, we have Kite Tenjo with 56, along with Kaiba with also 56. In 12th, we have Shark with 69 points. 69, very nice. And in 11th place, we have Bronxstone with 74 points. I'm also angry he's so high up in the list. I apologize. Alright then, so top 10 in terms of statistically the best duel score out of all the Yu-Gi-Oh series we have. In 10th place, Yusaku Fujiki with 78 points. In 9th place, we have Zane Truesdale with an 89 points. In 8th, we have Yugi Moto and Yami Yugi with 108 points. In 7th place is Alexis Rhodes with 119 points. In 6th, we have Yuma Tsukumo with 124 points. So that was S tier. Let's move on now to top 5, double S tier. In 5th place, we have Yuya Sakaki with 126 points. In 4th place is Yusei Fudo with 149. Going up into massive numbers now, breaking the 200s. 3rd place with the bronze is Chaz Princeton with 221 points. In 2nd place with the silver is Jaden Yuki with 236 points. And by an incredible league, literally outclassing everybody else in this list, could go in a triple S position. In 1st place with the gold is Jack Atlas with 509 points. That's incredible. So then, in terms of win percentage and duel score, your top threes, I guess, are Taya, Yubel, and Lightning in 1st for win percentage, Yusei in 2nd, and Jack Atlas in 3rd. Whereas for duel score, we have Jack Atlas in 1st, Jaden Yuki in 2nd, and Chaz Princeton in 3. The fact that Jack Atlas is in top 3 for both could say that maybe he is the overall best character out of all of them ever. Yusei is really close. Yusei is in 2nd place and 4th place, whereas Jack is in 1st place and 3rd place. So, yeah, what wins? 1 and 3 or 2 and 4? Probably 1 and 3, right? Yeah, 1 and 3 definitely wins. So, those were those two. However, we're not done yet. So basically, through this mess of numbers, I have calculated how many of each characters come in each one of their respective series, all the way through on both sides here. And then depending on what tier a character came in, if it's the top tier or the bottom tier, depends on how many points I allocate to that series. For example, if a character from Duel Monsters was in double S tier, they would get 10 points. If they were in just S tier, they'd get 8. If they were in A tier, they'd get 6. And then it'd go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for everything below. So obviously F tier is worth 1 point, S tier is worth 10. Worked out how many characters are in each one, and we came up with these numbers. So here it is at a glance. This is the win percentage, and this one's the duel score, or vice versa. And then doing the maths, you add those two up, and this is what you get. The 6th best Yu-Gi-Oh series in terms of producing the highest quality of duelists, statistically of course, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal with 68 points. In 5th place is Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains with 72 points. In 4th place is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters with 77 points. In 3rd place is Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds by 85 points. In 2nd place, with a big jump I might add, is Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 with 105 points. And in 1st place, with the gold, and statistically the best producing series of characters, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX with 108 points. Literally a 3-point difference there. Yeah, so this was all of the results we have. So what you can take away from this is the best individual duelist is Jack Atlas, as it seems. However, the best series producing highest quality characters is Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. So, yeah, guys, this was made for fun. Don't take it too seriously, but I hope you all enjoyed it nonetheless. I had to rewrite this list so many times, to write them all down in order with the percentages, then I had to rewrite it all back in order again, and then I had to do all the numbers, and then the numbers didn't add up, so I had to do them again and again, but we got there in the end. This list, all the data that I've been using has been gathered from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wikia pages. For some of them, I've done a little bit of extra research. With some of them as well, I've took some liabilities and things like that. These results might not be 100% accurate, but I think they're pretty close to what should be considered correct information. But yeah, guys, if anybody out there would like to do a not statistically the best series, but literally just who your personal biases think is the best Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, let me know in the comment section below. And out of all these characters that were listed today, who would you think, or who would you like to be the #1 position? But guys, I hope you've all enjoyed. Please smash that like button, because this has been a really fun series to make, and it's been really tough as well. So I hope you've all enjoyed. Have a fantastic day, and yeah, I'll catch you in whatever series I do next. Bye everyone.